everything.
Bumping and banging.
Big Boy's
Big
Neighborhood.
Boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to have this man in the neighborhood. DMX is in the hood. DMX, X-Man, welcome to the neighborhood,
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Go ahead now. Longevity, stay in power, hit maker, star performer,
Thank you.
hip-hop legend.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead now,
Thank
man.
you.
What's going on with DMX today, bro? Like, no, I like to say this too, man. No expiration date
None
on success.
Still rocking with the music.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? Got a little TV show coming up. Got an animated series that we just got a deal for, so, God is great.
Yeah, man.
And,
all the
all
time.
these things happening by the grace of God, so.
Now, in the Doghouse, is that the show that you're doing right now?
Yeah, it's probably not going to be in the Doghouse.
Ah,
I mean,
working
that's the
title?
same thing. Yeah,
Right.
There you go. There you go.
So is it a reality show?
Something like that. Something.
What
Well,
would
it's
you call
definitely
it?
reality. I mean, like reality type thing.
Okay, yeah. Because sometimes we hear reality show and we think, oh, they throwing drinks in each other's face.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't got time for that.
So this is just a follow around, like we get a chance to what we thought we knew about X as far as
There you
music
go.
and everything.
There you go.
This is why allow the cameras and us that close into your private space, X.
Because I'm changing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting greater joy from simpler things. And this change is only going to happen once.
Right.
So I want to document it. You know what I'm saying? God is not going to do the same thing in my life because he won't have to.
How did you recognize that you are changing?
I just feel different.
Really though. What do you feel like X like the music business is? You know how they say sometimes a gift can be a curse.
Yeah, I say that all the time.
Really though.
Yes, blessed with the curse.
Did you feel like that in the music business being so powerful and not having to really speak up for certain things, like you're DMX?
Right. So what's the question?
I was saying, is that a gift and a curse?
Yes, it is. It is. I've said it. Many songs. Blessed with the curse.
Yeah.
But you get what you focus on. So I don't focus on the downside.
I heard that,
I mean,
bro.
I don't focus on the curse. I focus on the blessing.
Now, what about now when we see 2017 and people come out and they see X? People are pretty much, what's going down with X. Do you feel like the public, they still rock with you?
Of course. Diehard fans.
Yeah, man.
Diehard fans. Diehard fans, man. And I appreciate every one of them.
And even when it comes to your performances, bro, like I've been watching you X perform for years. And it's never been no real hype man or somebody with a better mic or you know what I'm saying?
None of that.
And X, do you have asthma or you had asthma?
Yes, I have asthma and bronchitis.
How do you do it?
And you be up there with absolutely no real.
Man, as soon as I hit that stage, like
It goes,
yeah. I'm nervous just before I go on stage.
Or do
Really?
you still
Yeah.
get nervous now?
Butterflies in the stomach. Yeah, just before I go on stage, I'm nervous.
What do you do to calm those nerves before you go on stage?
Get on stage?
Right, get on stage. Get on stage.
So has that always been through the whole time that we've been rocking with X, your whole career?
Yep.
What's the feeling like? Like, why does that get there? Because you already know that we came to see you. We know the.
But just knowing that it's about to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Like I haven't done it yet. Not knowing what's going to be out there. How it's going to happen. Then when I hit the stage, it's like, all right, I'm already in the water.
Yeah.
Better start swimming.
So when you get on stage, X, no matter what cats go through, when you feel all that come back, what does that feel like to DMX?
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Overwhelming. I tell them, I can't really say that on the radio, but
No, say it. We get it right.
Like being on stage, man, is better than like the best pussy I ever had in my life.
Really though, I need to get on stage.
Right.
Do you still enjoy it?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
Still,
man.
still.
Would it be crazy? Like, where would DMX be if someone told you, like, man, you can't perform or you couldn't?
Oh, you mean like when they locked me up?
Well, damn. I guess that is a restriction.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then you just create. Write, whatever. It can't block everything.
Right. Do you DMX now? New material. Like, what's going down with DMX at the moment?
I mean, the best way to prove it, man, is just to,
do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I can't sit up and be like, yo, I'm telling you, it's the bomb. We already know what it is. I'm my harshest critic, so,
Does that being your harshest critic sometimes it is sometimes at a fault too, where it's like, Have you? Is there something that we should have heard that we didn't hear
Probably.
because you're a critic?
Probably.
Man,
Damn.
Big Boy
Big
neighborhood.
Boy.
DMX is in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's so
Hey
legendary.
man, DMX,
Oh,
do you
no.
get cats that come up to you and do they
Oh my
growl
God.
at you or
Not so much the growling, but I saw this dude the other day, and he was like, "Yo, what up, DMX? How you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Come on, homie,
Like, that's awesome.
right, like really."
Hey, but you know what's a trip though, DMX? My whole career too. Anytime that I go to talk about X, I'll do kind of the same thing. Like even when I see Ice Cube, I go, oh, yay. So if I'm talking about DMX, I'm like, hey, what's going on? Have you heard anybody that do him DMX that got DMX? That's like, oh, okay, yeah, he's
Yeah,
decent.
there's a few comedians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, because I was gonna try my own, but being in
You should.
being like, seeming like you ain't really cool with it. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good.
Get just in the water in
Yeah,
it.
I was like, do you like it or not?
Yeah, that's why I started off and he was like, yeah, some guy came and was like,
Yeah, he was following me though. You know, that was a little.
Like the whole time.
You know, it's a trip though, man. Like what we know is DMX, and if we go, so that's really you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I remember,
love
dude.
it.
One time I was talking to you, X, but we weren't on air. I don't know where we met each other at, but I was talking to you, and while we were talking, like when you were agreeing with something, you're like, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it's been. You know, a few people try to copy it.
yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. That's my signature.
Well, and how do you feel about man being the icon? And there is no other DMX. You know what I'm saying? And there can't be another DMX. What do you feel like about hip hop today? And not, I want to get disrespected and all that, but what do you feel about hip hop today?
I think it's being used in the wrong way. You know, a lot of it. I ain't gonna say all of it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you know, a lot of it to get kids to dress different and look funny and talk funny and all that. You know, but I think it's like what when I was younger. The parents, the older people, like, oh, that music is crazy.
Right.
I mean, but I just don't feel like hip hop is rap music. You know what I'm saying? Is more
Rap.
for the thing that it's supposed to.
Right.
You know, it's like
Do you
if
feel
you can't
like
understand what someone's saying, then what's the purpose of talking? You know?
Great point, bro.
do you
Great
feel
point.
like rap is being misrepresented right now? Not
Yes, it
hip hop
is.
because
Yes, it
hip hop is.
Like
but-
hip hop is a lifestyle.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So is it up to cats like the DMXs of the world to continue to say, no, this is what it is?
Whoever can, not just myself, but whoever has the ability to. You know what I'm saying? First, the insight to see it. You know what I'm saying? And the talent and the ability to do the right thing. Then it's all of our responsibility.
Yeah, we definitely, because I even look at it now too, X, and I'm like, a cat that's been able to see it, progress through the years. And there's always been, there's been, the dance rap, there's been this, there's been that.
Right.
But as you fast forward, it's like, it feel like it's just a saturation of kind of the same thing too, though.
Exactly. And they're all promoting drug use. It's like, if that's what you want to do, that's your business. But you ain't got to promote it like it's cool, make it cool. You know what I'm saying? The kids walk around, I'm popping mollies, I'm popping percolates. Like, yo, like, come on, son. I mean, what you do is your business.
You had something?
No, I was just saying, I was just agreeing. I just feel like hip hop right now, it's like a bunch of there's no substance to it anymore. And it sucks because coming back from where it started, it is about substance and people saying stories and really saying some real things. Right. And it's like a loss of that. And plus, like you said, you can't understand them now. Right. But even with
and I don't want to beat up on what's going on today because I mean there's definitely a hell of an audience. You know what I'm saying? But we also need this with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna have a lot of that, you gotta have a lot of this too, man.
Right.
Yeah. Have you had any of those newer artists try to reach out to you to work with you?
Yeah.
Anybody that you possibly said yes or will you?
Yeah, I guess some of them. I've always been a solo type of person.
Yeah.
I really don't do too many features, but I got a couple on deck that we getting done.
Why did you not do, especially at
matter
one
of fact,
point?
I just did this one joint with this artist 24 Hours.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
And where's he from?
I'm not sure. I don't remember where he's from. We had him featured once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this, man. Why in your career did you not do a lot of features when it was feature heavy for years?
Because you know what, when I make my music, it's my music.
Yeah.
And I really don't want anybody to be a part of it. I know it's kind of selfish, but that's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's like if I made the song, then it's my song, and I write the whole song, so I really don't have room for anyone to be on it.
And even with performing, man, I noticed that when you perform, like we were just at somewhere. I remember Diddy's Bad Boy reunion.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
couldn't wait
Yeah.
for you to hit the stage.
Thank you.
And I remember I was like, man, this dude show up to blow up. And the same thing, man, you can hear you backstage or wherever. And I've seen you perform a lot, X. And if I hear you go, I'm
Man,
like, okay, he's here.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
got so excited. That was my first time actually getting to see you, and it was just hit after hit, and you hitting everything. It was just so exciting to have that feeling.
And
it
you
was-
perform like what you sold to us.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
There
what I'm
was no
saying?
switch up.
Exactly.
Like your vocals are always there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I hate
your-
when people do that. Don't sound like they're doing a record. It's like, homie, like I could just play the record loud.
Yeah, yeah. And threw my hands in the
Right,
air and waving like I
exactly,
just don't care.
exactly.
But yeah, but you always make sure your voice is right. You always make sure that you hit your vocals
I
very
don't
well.
fans that much.
Yeah, but you can tell also that you're a fan of hip hop.
Yes, I am.
You know what I'm saying? And you're a fan of the performance.
Yep.
And a fan of, giving people what they came to see.
Exactly.
And not just, holding the mic out, or you got 15 people on stage and the sound man can't find you, the light man can't find you, and you just lost in the sauce up
Exactly.
there.
Nah, that's too much.
X, with the documentary, the reality, the follow around, have you guys started that already?
No.
No.
No, not really.
Why am I hearing so much about it?
Because it's I guess the people want to see it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what it is. The people want to see it.
Go ahead now.
Distracted there. Can't have that, Many kids and baby mothers I got, man. Come on, son.
Hey, X, now speaking of kids, bro,
Yeah.
15?
15.
That's
15
a lot.
kids?
15 kids, yeah.
I heard
yeah.
that, man. I got 2. And I'm like, of course you love them all.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yes,
saying?
of
You love
course,
them all.
of course, of
But I
course.
got 2 of them. And I'm like, man, how do you manage just 15 kids,
It's not
birthdays,
easy.
and
It's not easy at all.
is anybody's birthday today?
No.
Yeah.
No, I would have to think.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah, I usually get the call around
right.
birthday time.
Do your kids know that their dad is DMX?
Yeah.
Really though? Do they use it to their advantage?
I don't know. Not really. Not really.
So what are you doing for the holidays that's coming up? Do you?
Well, we plan well, we're gonna have a turkey drive. We'll give out some
That's
turkey.
beautiful, man.
And like what did you do when I was like really big? We used to feed the homeless. But the thing about that is the homeless didn't show up. it was
Really?
more like just regular people.
Yeah, man.
It was for the homeless. But,
Yeah.
But
all the
people that
fans,
don't need to
the
come out.
fans came.
Oh,
and
really,
feed-
though?
They did the feeding. So, we're gonna try to do it this time again, but just not really label it for the homeless. Just whoever wants to come eat.
I
You know
heard
what I'm saying?
that, man. Are you in a position now, X, where you feel like you feel good about where DMX is at right
Yeah,
now?
yeah, I do.
Why is that compared to if it was feeling different a year ago, years ago?
Just just sitting back and accepting the grace of God. You know what I mean? Accepting that covering that He's put over my life. Instead of running and fighting it and doing all this other extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Just sit back and let God drive.
But you know what, man? X, you always, even we had Ashanti in the neighborhood. She said y'all flew to Africa,
Yeah.
and the first thing y'all did was when y'all got off the plane is that you led everybody in prayer. And any documentaries that we would see, you always led people in prayer. Yeah. So it feels to me like you always had a close relationship. Do you feel like it could have been closer, or was misused, or you knew that God was navigating you through all that?
God was navigating me through all of that. I mean, it was exactly what it's supposed to be. Exactly what it's supposed to be.
And that's how the testimony come from the test.
Exactly. See, people don't understand. The word says we have free will. The word does not say we have free choice. And there's a difference. There is a difference. You know what I'm saying? Just because we don't know what we about to do, don't mean it wasn't already written.
Right. Yes, sir. Do you feel like, I remember at one point, X, they were saying like, man, down the road you said that you would like to be a pastor, which you kind of are now. To
Right,
say you,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
But is that something that you feel like, man, I think that's still in me?
Yeah. Not in a regular form of way, traditional form, you know what I'm saying, of ministering, but I do that now. I do that now. Just start a conversation, and next thing you know, I got 20 people around me, you know what I'm saying, just listening. When 2 or more gathering, and look, praise God, look, big prophet.
Well, see,
Right now,
wow.
right when we talk about ministering, that's a sign right there. I'll call you back there, brother. That's crazy.
Wow.
Hey,
Crazy.
X, at times, man, when we sitting in the crowd and we chanting DMX, right? Were there times when it just got so bad for you? I'm not talking about just like, being incarcerated or getting pulled over or whatever, but were there times when it was just so dark that you probably didn't think you were going to be able to come out of it? Or question?
That's when God shows up more. When I can't figure a way out, when I can't see a way out. My faith has always told me that. So no, I never, I wasn't able to imagine the way out, but I knew there was a way out. I knew God had it.
Did you ever feel like sometimes, man, like, okay, man, I got all this, all the blessings. I got so much around me, but I'm continuing to test it.
I wasn't so much testing it. It's just that I think he allowed me to get all those things to show me that they weren't going to make me happy. I begged God for fame when I just wanted to be heard.
That's dope.
Was there a specific moment? I'm pretty sure you've had many moments, but was there a specific moment that you remember really getting back and closer to God?
Well, it could have been when I was locked up a couple years ago, about 5-6 years ago. And I was on lockdown. Like, I get, 3 hours a week out of my cell. And I was just reading my Bible, into the Bible. And I don't say I got closer. I felt his presence more. And I just had that peace that only God can give. The word says, peace, be still.
What are some of the conversations? I know this is like pretty private, but what are some of the conversations like with God? Because when I talk to people and I tell them that really happens, some people just don't.
Well, they're not really conversations. It's more like a monologue. I just open up like, God, this is going on. I pray for things. I pray for people. And he shows me, and the answer is shown to me, as opposed to, verbal response. He shows me. I'm like, wow, thank you.
He's answering.
DMX, man, if you were to take a playlist of DMX songs, and you only could put 5 songs into this playlist,
wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it'd be tough.
Wouldn't be able
Are
to
you
do
a
it.
fan of DMX?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. I'm one of my biggest fans.
Yeah. And why, and it may sound like a crazy question, but why are you such a fan of DMX?
Because I make the music that I like to hear.
Did you know that, like, when you think about certain songs, like, did you know that the staying power was going to be what it is?
No, not on some songs. No.
Like, and my thing is, dude, like, even if it's Party Up, which I want, there's songs where it's like, then when I say no expiration date, like that I'm waiting on.
Right.
Or even if I'm in the car and something come on, like I'm in concert.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you get that same feeling. So you can't even pick, that's like trying to pick 5 of your kids.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Slipping is one of my favorites.
Oh my God.
It's an
I love
all-time
Slipping
favorite. I love
live.
Yes.
I love
it
it
so
live,
much.
man. Exactly. What you do with your voice.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
And the message inside that song.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful song. I love it.
Yeah, man.
Oof.
Yeah. Do
One
you
of my
ever
tops.
wish that you could sit in the audience and watch you perform?
Yeah.
It's almost selfish. You know what I'm saying? It's almost selfish that you can't. Alrighty, now DMX is in the neighborhood, man. DMX new material wise, man. Something coming in the lab.
Of course.
What's happening with you?
I stay in the studio, man.
Yeah.
I stay in the studio. I got a lot of joints, done already. I'm a free agent, so
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I'm saying? I'm looking for the right situation as opposed to just rushing, to get something out there. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be done right.
But you know what, man? Even the free agency with the climate of today, because remember back in the days, everybody wanted to be like, man, I got to be on Def Jam. No disrespect,
Right,
I got to
right.
be on.
Right.
Now, you don't have to be.
You don't have to be.
All you got to be is DMX. You know what I'm saying? So is it more of, will you do your own situation and just go straight to your fan base?
That I really don't know. It could go either way. I mean, that's a lot of work.
Are you happy with not just music, but are you happy with the music business? Or does the music business sometimes take away from the music?
The business, it affects the music somewhat, but that's why I just gotta not think about the business and create, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, it's not in vain.
Now, what about now, X, as far as whatever sobriety, clean, rehab, how's everything going for DMX now?
Going good, as it should.
How far out are we? Or do you count?
Not really, not really. About 3.5 months.
I heard that. Is that one of the longer stints for you?
No.
And when you win 3.5, what don't you do?
I don't do I don't do anything.
Nothing.
No.
I heard that. No drinking, no smoking.
I have a drink here.
Right. I heard that.
I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a drink here and there. That was never
it's
a
life.
problem. Right. That was never a problem. I mean, but that's about it. No
Can I ask you what was the problem?
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Crack.
Damn. And with cocaine, crack, but we saw DMX. You would still
I think
get
we
on
kinda
stage.
knew that was the problem, though. Like,
But no.
anybody in here didn't know.
No, I'm talking about. But we saw you
Yeah.
on stage. You know what I'm saying? And we saw you still doing what you were doing, but you feel like it was a. I guess shit. It was a problem.
Yeah, of course it was a problem. Get in trouble, all that shit. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. You know what I mean? You know, spending too much time doing money. It's just not worth it.
Man, well, we wish you nothing but
Yes.
nothing but the best, brother. And it may sound like cliche. Oh, we pulling for you. But cats definitely want to see
I
you
feel it in the
win,
street.
man.
I feel it when I walk past. You know what I'm saying? And I come across my fans in the street. They let me know. You know, like dog, yo, you know, we rooting for you, man. We got
Hell
your
yeah.
back, like, you know, and that's a huge part of the reason why, you know, I'm going as hard as I'm going.
DMX, definitely want to thank you for coming into the
Thank you,
neighborhood,
man.
so
Thank you
much.
for having
hanging out
me.
with us, man.
Yeah.
I don't know when your next show is, but I got a birthday coming up, man, and I would love for you to do that with me.
That's what's up. Just let me know, man.
All right.
Let me know.
Really,
Let
I
me
don't.
know.
I just want to see if you would do it. For me.
He said, "Let me know." I love that.
Really, I don't, man. But next September, I'm gonna be calling you like a mug, Jack.
There you go.
I'll be calling you like a mug,
There you
man.
go.
But it seems like you continue to love what you're doing, man. We continue to see you doing what you're doing. I can't wait to hear some new DMX material,
can't wait
man.
either, man.
And with,
Okay, well,
oh.
Oh, let's-
yeah, let me see.
Uh-oh.
I hate who I love, blessed with the curse. I was born to die, best of the worst. Wings but can't fly. First things first, I will until I'm stretched in a hearse. Niggas don't get me, but I ain't complicated. See, thing about the truth is, most people hate it. Didn't ask God for what I wanted, I waited. Till he felt like I earned it, and he gave it. Anything worth having is worth earning. The true nature of man is definitely worth learning. Because while you're concerning yourself with discerning whether it's worth saving, it's usually worth burning. I knew from the start this life wasn't mine. That's why from the start I put my life on the line. Gangsters run around crying about dying. I got faith. I'ma go when it's my time.
DMX in the neighborhood, man.
Yeah.
Yo.
wow.
Man. I know it's gonna sound wrong, man, but can I get another one?
Keep going. Don't
Gotta
stop.
keep something in the Gotta keep something in the cut.
X-Men!
Gotta keep
Oh
something
my
in the cut.
God, bro!
Man.
Oh,
Man.
damn. Go ahead, X.
Oh,
Thank you.
shit.
Yo.
X, man, thank you for coming
you
into
so
the
much.
neighborhood,
Thank you for
man.
having me, man.
Big Boy's
Big
neighborhood.
Boy.
Yeah. What?